Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for May 28. Government is working on a plan so parents can avoid paying General Consumption Tax (GCT) on textbooks for students. Finance and Planning Minister Dr. Peter Phillips announced in his budget presentation last Thursday that effective June 1, printed materials would attract 16.5% GCT. But in his post-budget press briefing on Friday, the minister said much was being done to ensure that parents do not feel the effects of the tax.
We have been and are in discussions with the Ministry of Education and are working on an arrangement which would allow books needed for school to be purchased through the Ministry of Education for the schools, so that students who are in need of those can get them without the GCT being applied.
And Dr. Phillips has again underscored the need for Jamaica to reduce its national debt. Lower debt would make it easier for the country to get additional funds from international lending agencies. The goal is to reduce the debt to GDP ratio to 130.5% this fiscal year, gradually bringing it to 100% by fiscal year 2015-2016.
It's going to demand economic sacrifice from all stakeholders, creativity by economic managers, not only in the public sector, but also in the private sector, and it is going to require courage and determination by the entire national community.
Agriculture Minister Roger Clark is calling on local farmers to increase production to boost exports as the country tries to reduce its trade deficit.
Last year, we imported $900 million worth of food into this country. It cannot continue like that. It is unsustainable.
As such, Mr. Clark says the Agriculture Ministry is aiming to reduce imports by $300 to $400 million in the medium term. Mr. Clark argues that such a reduction can only be possible with the support of local agro-processors and the hotel industry, which would need to buy more produce from local farmers. He was speaking at the 16th staging of AgroFest held in Kingston recently. 50 young people from 5 inner-city communities in Kingston and St. Andrew recently graduated from a skills training program. Through Rise Life Management's Youth Recycling for Income Generation project, the young people learned how to turn waste products into money earners. Speaking at the graduation ceremony, Kingston's Mayor Angela Brown-Burke lauded the youths for their creativity and encouraged them to see the bigger picture.
When you go to the supermarket or the shop to buy, what are you using? Are you concerned about your recycling efforts as an individual? Or are you only concerned about your recycling efforts as an entrepreneur selling something? Right? You have to walk the talk as well.
The Youth Recycling for Income Generation project began in September 2011 and is part of Rise Life Management's educational skills training and self-help initiative. The young people were trained to use plastic bottles and tires to make innovative and creative products such as jewelry and shoes. The project was funded by the Environmental Foundation of Jamaica. The minister responsible for sports, Natalie Nita Headley, has reiterated government's support for Special Olympics Jamaica. Speaking at Friday's opening ceremony of the 29th National Summer Games, Mrs. Nita Headley said the Games reflected the best of Jamaica's indomitable spirit.
The motto that you have is not one that should only be adopted for Special Olympics, but it's one that every single Jamaican should adopt in your everyday life. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
And finally, nominations are now open for the 2012 Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Service to Jamaica. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is encouraging persons to identify and nominate those persons in communities who, through selfless service, have been a force for upliftment and good. For this year, the awards will highlight contributions in the fields of innovation, creativity, community involvement, and outstanding service. Nominations are open to organizations and to individuals of Jamaican nationality, including those in the diaspora. Nominations close on June 29, 2012. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.